So, Arsenal lose 5-0 to Man City. The warm-up nuggets, shall we say. Deep fried and battered again. Uh, what will we say? Shaheen, hit the intro, man. Let's hit the intro first so I can get myself composed because I'm not fuming.
Thomas, it's up for grabs now! Thomas!
Magic ball from Bergkamp to Patrick Vieira!
Oh,
would you believe it? Oh, right, what a way to get it!
Fabulous solo goal by Thierry Henry.
Welcome to the Arsenal Lounge. I'm Lavanja, co-host and co-founder. Shaheen with me. Sorry about the delay. I've had all sorts of problems with my computer this afternoon, so apologies for those who are waiting on the original stream. We're here now. Shaheen, how you doing, bro? Thanks for coming.
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm just a bit pissed off because of this whole thing. Well, not pissed off because I was expecting it, but not like this. And to be honest with you, I think we lost the game when the lineup came out. We didn't lose the game because Granit Xhaka made that tackle and he got sent off. We lost the game because of Mikel Arteta. We lost the game because of stupid tactics. No one knows what. Sad Kolasinac is doing his best to leave the Arsenal Football Club, and then we go sign a £30 million defender. We send him out on loan. Not even one game. He's better than Kolasinac. Saliba would have done better than Kolasinac.
Hold that thought, man. Hold it, yeah, because I want to go through this lineup, and I want you to go through it with me, bro, because I'm fucking fuming, and like, I don't want to cut you mid-flow because I know.
Can I just say one thing though?
Yeah, go.
Every time we lose a fucking game, yeah, you see people like you see this Arab guy on Twitter. What's his name? This guy who's pretending to be from Qatar royal family or something. Every time we lose, some cunt like that comes on, starts trolling us, right? Oh, do you guys think the problem is deep enough now? Oh, we're gonna come and buy the club. Either put your money where your mouth is, or fuck off. Let us be. Let us be. You don't come and troll us every time when we lose a game. Oh, you guys, this, that. Buy the club or shut up. It's going to be another, this Daniel guy. He came off Spotify, came to the old attention. They got, his shares went up and now he's pissed off now. That's all I wanted to say about that guy.
No, that's cool, bro. I feel your pain. I mean, look, right, I'm sure all of you, when you first saw the lineup, the lineup, when you saw it, you had Cedric, you had Chambers, Holding, you've got Kolasinac, as Shaheen rightly says, a guy that's on his way out. And on his way out, touted to go to who, by the way? Fenerbahce. That's the level of player we have here. Going into this back four against one of the best team in the Premier League. Then you've got, and I did say this, by the way. I said Odegaard is going to be used as an 8, but not with a Xhaka as your main midfield enforcer. Lukonga dropped nowhere near that side. You've got, I don't know what was going on with that lineup. Did anyone else make any sense of this lineup? So you've got an 8 and Odegaard. You've got Xhaka in the most pivotal place, expected to cover all that ground. I don't know how. And then you've got Saka on one side, Smith Rowe on the other. You've got Aubameyang. It's just an absolute. I mean, look, this was my tweet before we even started. This defense, Cedric, Holding, Chambers, Kolasinac, does not inspire confidence against Man City. What did you think when you saw that lineup? Hit us in the comments, yeah? We're going to drop the link soon, but just be patient. And when we do drop the link, yeah, please, because we've been getting comments like, oh, give people time to talk. Please understand, we can't get everyone on at the same time, and we've got to give everyone like a minute. So when you do come on, make it clear, make it concise, say your piece, and then expect some feedback from the panel, all right? So be patient, guys. But when you saw that lineup, what did you think when you saw that lineup? What is going on? How can you have a player that's touted to go to Fenerbahce last minute, now making our first 11, Kolasinac? How can we have a midfielder that's meant to be on his way out and has made it clear that he wants out, now suddenly being a starting midfielder again in that middle when it's never worked? And also against the best team in the Premier League with no Lukonga and Odegaard on his own. What is going on at this club? It is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm fuming. The game was over in the first 5-10 minutes. Let's be frank and honest here. So a ball over the top, a simple ball over the top. We've been talking about gifted goals. Arsenal have been doing this not for just last season, not the season before. They've been doing it for a number of years. Gifted goals, a cross, a simple cross played over the top, goes beyond Chambers, who gets beaten in the air by a 5'8" midfielder, an attacking midfielder, Gundogan. What is happening there? Simple goal. Weak defending. I mean, this is a defender, by the way, who wasn't good enough when he first came into the team and hasn't been getting into the team for season upon season. All of a sudden, Arteta is having him in our starting lineup. Holding, again, weak. Second goal, you saw Chambers, he got touched in the face, falls to the ground. Cedric miskicks the ball. It goes straight to Torres. Goal. I mean, these are not even goals that they're trying to get. They're not even fighting for these goals. We're giving them away like 2-for-1 nuggets, like the Walmart nuggets that we are. Battered and fried, courtesy of KSC, not KFC. This is becoming a joke for me, and I don't like to rant and rave, but I'm disgusted. 36 minutes and that game was done. And then who do we rest our laurels on? Xhaka. What does he do when we 2-0 down? Does he become the captain or the leader that we need in that central midfield? Or does he just absolutely add to our woes with a stupid tackle? Some can say it was... some could say it wasn't even a red card, but it doesn't matter. In today's game, you're going to go up like that, off two-footed, off the ground. You're going to expect to get sent off. It don't really take much for referees to send us off anyway. Shaheen, I'd like to hear your thoughts before we start inviting people on, bro. I'm fuming.
Listen,
I'm fuming.
For me, this is worse than the 8-2 defeat that we had at Man United. This is worse than that. Because that day, there was some players there, you could see something. Today, there was nothing. There was nothing. You've gone up against Man City. No, again, it's all on Arteta today. It's yes, Granit Xhaka. You can argue moment of stupidity. Yeah, okay, fine. You can argue that it was Chambers' fault for letting Gundogan getting ahead on. Yeah, okay. But at the end of the day, you put Kolasinac. There was one game that you could actually use Pablo Mari's height. Right, he could have helped with the crosses that is coming in today. He's dropped him, and then Kolasinac is coming in. Right, so I don't understand what this guy does anymore. He's in a deep hole. I can't really see him getting us out of it. Listen, there's a lot of people waiting to come on and speak. Right, I don't think a single one of them would have expected us to go and get a result today, or everybody would have taken a draw before the game. Right, but to go there and the way we've done this. In the manner that we've lost this, with the tactics we've gone in, is a joke, man. I could have set up the team. I could have set up the team better today than Mikel Arteta. And I'm sure most of the guys that are on the chat waiting to come on, they would have done a better job than him.
Bro, do you know when you mentioned to me last show, yeah, the way Mari fell when Lukaku was in front of him and tried to get a foul? Did you see the way Chambers went down when he got flicked in the face? Was it more important to get in that box and defend for your team or try to get a foul? I'm not saying maybe you could argue the case. Why is he being hit in the face and getting nothing? And then when Kolasinac hits someone in the face a bit later on, he gets a yellow. You could argue that case. Okay, but you should be do or die for your team, right? Chambers gets beaten by a 5'8" guy, and then Mari got beaten before with Lukaku, and then Cedric so weak on that part when that ball was played in. I just don't understand it anymore.
Arsenal Football Club is the only club that can go and spend the most money out of everybody in the Premier League and look worse than last season, right? Because that's what we've done. We spend a lot of money, and this team that was there today. I mean, look, Man City, they just played as if it's a training setup. It's a training game. Arsenal, they were not there. They might as well put mannequins there. Man City made no effort.
How can you not play Tavares ahead of Kolasinac, right? How you got Chambers and Holding still there with Saliba out in France?
This is the question, yeah? Why have you gone and spent that money on Tavares to what? Then put him on a bench and then play Kolasinac, somebody that you sent him out on loan, Mikel Arteta, last January because he was not good enough.
I don't understand it. Lokonga on the bench. He's been our best midfielder for the last few games. On the bench against Man City. I don't get it. What is that back four lineup? I mean, come on, guys. You lot in this chat, Start ramping it up. We're going to get you on, and when we do get you on, please make it concise, make it clear. Come on,
Should we
you have
start
a
bringing
minute.
people on now?
Bring them on. You got a minute to say your piece, and then let us react to it, and then let us keep moving it on. Do not feel bad that we're just moving it on. So, who should we go with first, Shaheen? Jai, you've
Jai
been waiting
was
from the
earlier.
beginning, bro. Go,
Hi,
bro. Hit me,
Hi,
man. Hit
Levin
me, bro.
Shine. I want to first just say that selecting Saeed Kolasinac, his contract was supposed to get terminated by us, right? That's the news we've heard. Am I right?
Yeah.
We're starting him against Man City in the Premier League? What? 3 days ago, I was told that his contract is going to get terminated. He's going to go to some club in Turkey, Fenerbahce or something. And today we're starting him against Man City. We bought a player from Flamengo named Pablo Mari, who you spoke about right before I came on. He's on the bench. What? 8 million signing? Our best midfielder, Lokonga, as you said, on the bench. What formation was he playing today? Was he playing a 5-2-2-1? What was he doing?
No one knows, bro.
No, the thing is, Lev, I don't understand. Was Smith Rowe playing as a central midfielder, as a number 8? Was he what? I don't understand what any player was doing on the pitch. What was Aubameyang doing? I didn't see him have a touch of the ball. We had one shot the whole game.
Well, what can you expect? What can you expect? Look, listen, we started quite well. First 10 minutes.
That's what I was thinking. First 5 minutes, and then what happened? Is it like we're on a drug for the first 5 minutes and then everything goes wrong? No, I don't know. Thing is, what I don't understand is that why has he done this? First of all, why has he put out this lineup? And second of all, why has he benched so many of our good players? Okay, Pepe was unwell. I understand it. Last minute change. Okay, I understand it. But why have you played Kolasinac, Rob Holding? You just signed a new deal like in January, I think. And ridiculous. You look at Callum Chambers. Why did we sign him from Southampton? What a ridiculous signing we had. I mean, I don't know. Cedric Suarez. What? What
mate, Jai, we could keep going. Xhaka was meant to go. He's starting in 11 in that midfield now. He's got a new contract, and look what he's done to us again.
Xhaka and Bellerin
again.
Exactly, Xhaka and Bellerin were supposed to be sold, right? What happened to them? Why are they still at the club?
Who knows, Jai? Who knows, Jai?
This club is run like a ridiculous circus. Honestly, it's a circus, and we're just all a part of it. It's messing with my mental health level. This is not about football anymore. So I'm being very honest with you.
You need to keep your mental health on a level because you're coming to study here. So
yeah. Right, Jai, we got to keep it moving.
No problem, man. Thank you so much.
bro.
Thank you so much. See you next week.
Yeah, thanks, man. Take care.
We got to keep it moving, Jai.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
No problem.
Thank you. Next, Gilson from Ottawa, Canada, a regular, bro. You seen what you seen. How's your mental health, and what's your thoughts?
I'm good. I just think that Edu and Arteta, one of them has to go.
Both,
one of them.
One of them, at least.
Oh, man.
One of them has to go because I think, I don't know, man. The lineup today, the players that we have, schoolboy defending, our vice captain Xhaka, stupid tackle. Whether people say he touched them or not, stupid. It was just pure stupidity.
What were we playing? 4 at the back? 5?
We're playing 5 at the back. 5 with Kolasinac, Chambers, and Holding at the back, and we have 5-foot guys winning headers. And we have a defensive coach.
This is nothing new. This is nothing new. We were letting in 5-foot guys behind us before.
Yes, exactly. It's not Edu and Arteta. It's just not working. A decision has to be made today. I can't be watching this stuff again. It's just terrible.
Thank you, Gilson. Yeah, Gilson says a decision needs to be made. 2 have to go, not 1, Gilson.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. A familiar face.
Let's keep Albert for a while, right? So we keep you on, Albert, for a while. I'm going to bring somebody on who is an Arteta in, right? I want to know what he's got to say. This guy is a big fan of Arteta, so let's see what he's got to say.
So, is this Arteta in? Flo Zanelli? Is this the Arteta in guy?
Yeah. Go on, mate.
Defend the guy. Who goes first? Albert.
No, let's keep Albert for a while.
Albert, okay.
We'll keep you on for a while so people come and go. You can speak as well. But Flo, go on.
Flo's gonna flow.
Why is everyone panicking, boys? It's only the 4th game of the season. Trust the process. If you can't see what Arteta's doing, you don't understand football, boys.
What is he doing, Flo? Tell us.
And what is he doing?
Yeah, what is he doing?
He's sitting on the bench and collecting his paycheck, and he's laughing all the way to the bank. That's what he's doing.
Wow.
Listen, boys. today's lineup and the game plan. Today's lineup showed that Arteta said, "Go on. If you have the balls, go on and sack me." That was a message to the board because that lineup was fucking weak, spineless. And if there was ever a game to get the sack for a coach that put that lineup and doing nothing, and you said, Lev, we started well with the game. How can you start well when you go 2-0 down in 12 minutes? Where do you see you started well there? Come on,
the first 8 minutes. No, you can't deny that we started with a bit of intent and we were in attacking flow. We were looked all right going forward, but then when you've got a defense that crumbles like that, like what did they do to earn that goal?
Lev, there was if there was ever a game to show that Arteta's lost the players and the players have lost faith in Arteta, is this game. It was walking pace from our players. No one busted a nut about the shirt and about their pride. All these players that played there today had no pride for that shirt. And for me, Arteta has lost it. And it's not 3 games, 4 games, because I've seen a lot of people in the previous fan cams of the last couple of games have been saying,
you know they're not going to sack him. You know that.
It's not.
You know they're not going to sack him.
I think they will, mate. They are going to sack him.
If they don't sack him now, we are in trouble. Because to be honest with you, that lineup for me today made absolutely 0 sense. 0. And you're playing players that have never been good enough, like Chambers. He was always a fringe player. What makes us think he's going to be good enough now? Xhaka was on his way out. Kolasinac on his way out. And you're starting these guys against the best team in the Premier League. None of it makes any sense to me. He don't deserve to be around this club anymore, as far as I'm concerned.
No, Arteta needs to... you can't, because when we first got Arteta, everyone was saying he's a great coach because look what he did when he was at Man City with the likes helping Sterling and all these other players. If he's a great coach, you tell me one player that he's improved in our squad. He's regressed every single player.
Mate, listen, thank you, Flo, man.
Can I just ask you a question before you go?
You can ask me 2 questions.
No, just one. If you have to predict where we will finish this season, just give me a number.
Probably 12th.
As it is.
As it is. Oh, with the Thomas Partey coming back and now, I think probably 12th. Yeah, 12 to 13. Yeah, I agree. Outside top 10 for sure. Because Leeds United for me have improved. Aston Villa have improved, which they finished below us. And the 3-4 clubs that finished 9th, 10th, 11th, and up to 12th, they've all improved besides us. And the players we've signed with 130 million that we spent, we have not improved our starting 11. We haven't improved our squad. It's more squad depth players, that are based on potential, and let's hope they come good. So
we've got to keep it moving, though, Flo.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming on, man.
It's coming, please, bro. We respect your opinion.
Appreciate it. And boys, just keep trusting that process.
You warned us from the start, bro. Take care. Albert, man, we want to hear what you have to say and bring on someone else as well.
Guys, great to see you, man. Great show yesterday with Charlie Nicholas. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
A million miles away now, mate.
I know, 100%. But Lev's Sheen, you know what it is? I've been pretty consistent in terms of what I've said about Mikel Arteta and massive concerns last season, even when he was in the Europa League, in terms of the 3 key figureheads of Arteta, Edu, and Vinay. No experience in any facet whatsoever. So the danger signs and warning signs were already there. Fast forward to sort of even the Kolasinac he came when he played against West Brom. I was shocked to see him start Levs. Absolutely flabbergasted.
What is going on?
And as for today, no issue with 3 at the back. Should have happened against Chelsea, to be honest with you. But someone made a good point. Like, how much time and effort would they have had to work on that at the training ground, knowing they'd already played against West Brom in the week, to then switch to a pack 3 against the champions away, where we haven't won for 6 years? I'm not a football coach, but that's absolutely insane to me.
Bro, if you saw everyone's tweets before the game, no one thought that made any sense.
No
one.
It's the personnel as well, Albert. Because then you got to say, why have you signed Tavares for what? To play Kolasinac, who you sent out on loan January last season because he wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I even said it in the Chelsea game. At least even play 3 at the back, even if you put Tierney in the back 3, put Tavares on the left. It's just to me, it's a common sense decision to make. But unfortunately, Arteta doesn't do that. And this whole thing about he works with Pep, it drives me mad because I always said if Mikel Arteta had worked under someone like Roy Hodgson, for example, at least 20-30% of his fan base would not be behind this guy. I don't know what it is about this guy.
Did you see Pep's after game interview?
No, I didn't see it.
He spent half of that interview. He spent half the interview defending Arteta. How he's missing players and how he's this and how he's that, how he's a good coach and all that rubbish.
Hold on. If he's missing players, right? You play the best team you have, right? Don't tell me you drop Lukonga as being one of our best midfielders, if not the best midfielder for me. I would have rather had Lukonga in there than Xhaka. If you're going to go, why is he not gone with a Lukonga-Xhaka pivot or something? I was once saying that maybe Odegaard could be used as an 8, but you have to have a strong, athletic, mobile midfielder to be able to pull that off, like Thomas Partey at his best. Like Chambers, Holding, these guys have been letting you down for game upon game. Kolasinac has been letting us down for season upon season. How are you giving these guys game time over Tavares, who's just come in? I'd rather have had him there. At least you would have had a bit more height at the back, right? Nothing's making sense to me, bro.
Whilst we've got Albert on, can I bring another Arteta in guy?
Go, because I'm having problems with my computer, so you do that shit.
How is he going to defend Arteta?
Jeez, this guy's hair changes every time I see him. Now he's blending in with his backdrop of his bed. He's in camouflage mode.
Brandon, what's happening, man? What's the carrying?
Fed up like the rest of you, I reckon. You know, as I said before, you guys know my feeling on this manager. I've been Arteta out for a long time, and I'm getting sick of repeating myself now. But you look at the starting 11, like Lev was just saying, you know. Kolasinac is starting games now all of a sudden. You know, he was deemed not good enough last season. He's now starting games. And apparently Saliba's not good enough to get in our side, but Kolasinac is.
Madness.
You know, Lukonga, the one player who's been our positive in our last 2 games, is dropped for Granit Xhaka, who lets us down time and time again. That's now his 10th red card. And I see a lot of people was debating about whether it was a red card or not. It's a red card. When you jump with 2 feet in the air, you give the referee a decision to make. And
well, Brandon, we didn't lose the game because of that tackle. The game was gone before that tackle.
No. You're right.
But you know
he's lost the game when they put the lineups out. That's why.
He's had 44 yellow cards at Arsenal, 44 and 4 reds. I think it's not his 10th for Arsenal; it's 10th in total. But 44 yellows and 4 reds.
Exactly. We lost that game today because it's a story at Arsenal of poor decision making and just bad mentality. It really is. I mean, I look at it and I think to myself, if I was a professional footballer, forget about a player playing for Arsenal, but just a professional footballer who gets paid millions upon millions of money every single year. I look at that today and I think, where's your personal pride as a player? You know, everybody knows Manchester City is better than us, but, you know, where's your personal pride to say, I'm going to stand up today, I'm going to fight, I'm going to show a bit of heart, a bit of passion, and I'm going to give them a serious game today. Instead, we gave them 2 goals within the first 10 minutes, and it was easy for them from then on. It was like they played without a striker today. They might as well have played without a goalkeeper, mate. Seriously.
Do you know what, Brandon? You've hit the nail on the head. In my notes, I've got, it's not the fact that we lose, it's how we lose. Right? Go out there, put your hearts on the line, put your asses on the line, fight, show us that you really want it. If you've got a few players out, you lose 1-0, 2-1, 2-0, whatever, right? We can take that. You're just giving away goals like it's nothing. They didn't have to earn it. They didn't do anything for those goals.
But
go on, bro. No, go on.
You see with the players out thing, I understand that to a point. Obviously, we'll be better with the likes of Gabriel when Partey and when Ben White come back. I understand that. But for example, I look at when Southampton play Manchester United, right? Southampton lost 3 of their biggest players from that club, probably in Bertrand, Ings, and Vestergaard. Yet they put in an unbelievable performance. They actually could have won that game against Man United. So when people must see that, I think, well, they've had 3 key players not at their club anymore. what's the excuse for Arsenal?
It's
No,
a
well, look,
mentality thing.
I mean, look, I want to answer this as well because I'm not holding back today because I'm in a really bad fucking mood, right? This
Lev, just
guy.
before you come into this, Brandon, bro, we have to keep it moving. You know what I mean? So thank you for
Yeah, no
coming
worries.
on, man. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. And come again next time on the fan cam as well. We have a chat about everything. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, boys. But
Thanks,
yeah,
man. Nice seeing
P45s
you.
need handing out ASAP. We all know this.
Cheers,
Thank you,
man.
Brandon. Well, I'll be looking forward to his next hairstyle. This guy, yeah? AIM or AMI or AME, whatever you want to call yourself. Why is everyone hating Kolasinac? You're using him as a scapegoat. No, we're not using him as a scapegoat. And he was our best defender today. Listen, I'm not using him as a scapegoat. You know what? Like, fair play to the guy. He's just not good enough. It is what it is. What I'm suggesting is it's mental. It's crazy to have a player 1 second who's almost on his way out, next minute in the starting 11 in a major game against Man City. Same with the likes of Xhaka. We've offered him a new contract. What's going to happen next? Is Kolasinac getting a new contract? We've got another guest on. After the super chat by Alexander Klapoff, by the way, thank you for your super chat, bro. Every cross is 100% chance for any team in the EPL against Arsenal. And that goes back to what we were discussing with Charlie Nicholas yesterday and a few other shows. Yeah. Are we going for the right profile type of players? We've gone and got Ben White, 5'11", good ball playing centre back. But do we need a ball playing centre back or do we need a rugged, no nonsense aerial beast? That's another question. Anyway, Harry Vengat, I think you're from Malaysia. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you
How
for
you
remembering
doing, brother?
it.
Thank you. That's all right, brother. How you doing?
For the question, how am I doing? I was okay until the match started.
Stupid question.
After the match. So yeah, there goes my weekend. Okay, guys, I think two things. Number one is that until Holding, Chambers, Kolasinac, Xhaka, all of them are playing, we are not going to even see top 7. Definitely. We can put the money on the card. We can say that these players, Kolasinac, Holding, Bellerin, Xhaka, Chambers, are not good enough to bring us where we want to be. And I don't know, because we are in a very rotten situation right now in the club. We don't know who's wrong, whether is it Arteta or Edu. We can discuss about it. To be honest, I think we just need a new owner. Because this new owner who's going to come, I'm sure they're going to change a lot of things. And
we don't know if anyone is coming, Harry.
People are talking about the Qatari sports investment. I'm very interested with them to come in. But
that's
I
how
don't
desperate
know
we're getting now. That's how desperate we're getting. We're hoping that we're getting bought out. We've gone from being the Arsenal with morals and high standing to, please, anyone own us as long as you're going to spend the money. And that's what's happening now. KFC out.
The Saudis, man.
You know something? Manchester United fans and Liverpool fans, from trolling us, they have came to a position in this country, Malaysia. They are feeling pity for us in this country. They are starting to say, oh, pity Arsenal. Oh, shit. You know, when Xhaka got the red card, they're saying, oh, my God, finish.
Well, do you know what I say to those guys, especially the Spurs? Yeah, I pity someone who's only seen their team win in black and white, so they can jog on for a start. We need to keep it moving, though.
Thanks, Harry.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Harry.
Thanks.
Keep coming, brother. But that studio is full, and we need to get everyone in. Let's keep it rolling. Next, Maximus. Natalia. Oh my God, we don't know what we're gonna get with this, brother. Go on, bro. Go on.
I don't even know where to start, to be honest. I'm not surprised, I'll be quite honest. I think we all know Arteta is he's just absolute garbage. I don't even know how this guy got his coaching badges, to be quite honest. But the one thing that baffles me are the Arsenal fans claiming that we need a new owner, etc. When Arsenal have net spent more than, I think, every club in the Premier League in the last 6 years, bar Chelsea. So yeah, we're not spending the money correctly, but we are spending the money. Ownership is the least of our problems. When tactically on the field, we don't have a pattern of play. We don't know how to get out of the midfield. If you look at the heat map, Arsenal spend 90% of the match with their 18% possession, usually in the other team's half. It's ridiculous. Like the fact is, we need to get rid of the manager. It should have gone last year, in my opinion, when he finished 8th the first time. However, we have a bunch of idiots over on Arsenal fan TV that spew this narrative of like, let's give him time, and we all know why they do that. It's in their business's best interest that Arsenal actually keep losing. And I know it sounds harsh, but it is true. If you look at the numbers, statistically, they actually do better. They make more money when Arsenal lose matches. If you look at the period when Arteta started winning matches from January to a certain specific time frame, they were quiet. People weren't going on there. They weren't trolling them. They were making absolutely $0. So we understand that there's a lot of narrative being pushed that, oh, this manager just needs time. Let's just perpetuate the nonsense. And it's, you know what, I actually think Arsenal fans truly deserve what they're getting. I truly believe we deserve it. The reason I say that, no, I'll say that. No, I do. I think we believe that, we do.
Why?
I'll tell you why.
I'm not going to have that, bro. I'm not going to have that. We don't deserve
that,
man.
For years, I'll mind you, I was one of the first people I thought Arsene Wenger should have gone 8 years earlier than when he did.
Yeah, I was in the same boat there. But don't say we deserved it. We don't deserve it, man.
Arsenal fans are too wishy-washy, and they can't seem to make up their minds. And I get it. In any sport with any group of fans and individuals, it's all subjective. I get it. People are going to have different opinions, and that's fine. However, if you, like I said, I always compare us to Chelsea, and the reason I do that is Chelsea's fans, they are not indoctrinated into this mindset of mediocrity. Arsenal fans are. They've accepted. They are. They have accepted all the poison from Arsene Wenger.
People chances. So let us respond to this. Shaheen and Albert. I know my thoughts on this. I don't think we deserve it. I think we've waited long enough.
I don't agree with Maximus, but I can see where he's coming from, right? And the only thing I would say is that, the current situation has been forced on us. We're forced to accept it. Why? Because the club is not doing anything about it. Whatever it is that we're doing, they're not taking any. They're not listening to it. They're not doing anything about it. Is the correct way, but there's not a lot we can do. Whether we deserve it or not, I don't agree with you. We don't deserve what we get because we're actually a good set of fans, man.
I mean, Arsenal have good. I'm not saying we don't have good fans. We're paying top dollar for dollar for season tickets, however. And the problem with Arsenal fans are it's always, well, we've had top 4, like it's okay, but then we don't accept this or we don't accept that. The point is, and if you look at, like I said, I love to compare us to Chelsea. As much as I hate them, I love to compare us to Chelsea. Chelsea's fans are very, very one track minded. It's either we win or you get the hell out. They don't care whether you're a club legend,
bro. They got a ridiculously rich guy who's willing to spend money. Albert, I'm gonna let you comment on this.
He spent net $1 million. Most of the money that Chelsea spend, they recoup from their youth program. Why are Arsenal fans always spewing this garbage narrative? Chelsea make money from their youth program.
He spent a lot of money. Wait, he spent a lot of money when he first came in.
In the first 10 years.
Yeah. And money that made it impossible for the likes of us and other teams to compete until the likes of Man City got the Mansours and a few others. Albert, I'll let you comment on this. Maximus Genitalia, bro, love you, man. You're always on here. Just because we don't agree
love it,
all
man.
the time.
Have a good one. Yeah,
you come back, bro.
Just one thing before Albert says just one thing. There was a lot of people who traveled from London to Manchester City to watch that shit, and they definitely don't deserve to be treated like that.
Yeah, you tell him, Sheen.
That's for a fact. But we love you as well.
Fair enough, man. You guys have a good one. Yeah.
Always respect opinions, bro. Come.
No, you know what he's saying. When you say about fans deserving it, I'm gonna try a bit of different context to maybe to what he was saying, but in my way, in the sense of when I look at certain players. You guys are on social media, you see the interaction and the disagreements between Arsenal fans. Like, yes, people have different opinions, but the problem is, I think sections, and I use the key word sections of the fan base, because I'm not going to lumber every single person. When you have the best interest of Granit Xhaka, when you have the best interest of Hector Bellerin and Rob Holding before the interests of Arsenal Football Club, that's a huge problem. So they'll find reasons and excuses as to why Arsenal shouldn't go and get Yves Bissouma, which I don't understand.
I don't understand that either. That makes total sense. Simple.
He's been playing in the Premier League for 2.5, 3 years. You've seen him play, but you have more reservations why you wouldn't want someone like him who would make our midfield better, but you're prepared to stick your neck on the line for Granit Xhaka.
Mental.
That's where he could turn and say maybe sections of the fan base they deserve it in terms of you're backing the wrong horse.
That's it, bro. Listen, we've got to keep it going, yeah? If there's people still in the studio, keep coming in. We're going to try and get you all in. Free Martinelli is next. Let's hear it, bro. Make it clear, make it concise. Hit us.
Well, where do you want to start, man? It's the same shit. Oh, sorry. Same stuff week in, week out.
No, bro, you could... listen, you're allowed to vent. Go for it.
You know what it is, Lev, yeah? I'm trying not to because I just don't know where. If I start, I'm not going to stop, bro. And I mean, I've called you guys in.
Listen, you got a minute to go for it. So go for it.
Go as hard as you want, bro. Go.
Bro, look, there's just so many things there's so many things to talk about. I just don't think I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say to you guys. I can't. I don't know what I'm watching.
He's hurting, man.
I don't know what I'm watching. Lev, I was at Brentford. I was at Chelsea.
Fuck.
I was gonna go today, but I didn't because I have common sense. I'm not traveling to lose, and now I'm going to Norwich. What am I gonna watch then? Another 4th defeat on the trot.
Bruv, do you think this squad is as bad as it's playing, or do you think it's down to the manager and the way he's setting things up?
I think it's 100% down to the manager. Yeah. The players are not good enough. Also, what I don't understand is, why is Kolasinac in this team? And why have we spent 130 million and only improved arguably one position in the starting lineup? Because then this is what we have to deal with. We've spent 130 million on squad players, and none of them have even, or barring any of them, have really even played today apart from Odegaard. So where's the money gone?
Bro,
where's the improvement?
The thing is, bro, right? I hear that you say none of these players are good enough or whatever. I still think a good manager, and I'm convinced now, and Shaheen will say this. We backed Arteta at the start. Shaheen gave up a lot sooner than I did. He started seeing things. I was still a bit deluded. I'm not gonna lie. But boy, come on. Don't tell me a proper manager can't get more out of this squad, bro. He will look at it and go, yeah, go on.
I've backed this guy up until Villarreal. I've always said he needs to get top 4 for me to continue to back this guy. He didn't do that. Ever since then, I was Arteta out. We all know he's inept. He's tactically inept. He can't manage a squad and a club as big as ours, right? We all know with an elite manager, we can do a lot better. An elite manager will probably give you 10 to 15 points a season. Arteta's not going to do that for us.
Don't try and play a way you can't play. If your players can't play that way, find another way of playing that suits what you have in your personnel.
Let me ask you one final question.
Go ahead, bro.
So we knew Kolasinac, Holding, and Chambers the same back three from the other day, right, against West Brom. So if he knew he was going to play a back three against City, why didn't he do that against West Brom?
Nope, I don't know, bro. You're asking us the same question we ask each other. Does anyone else want to? Right, brother, listen, we got to keep it moving. Yeah, brilliant comments. Please keep coming, bro. And listen, let us know how it goes at the Norwich game. Come on after and let us know. Yeah.
Can I just before I bring somebody on? If there's about 250 people watching, right? So first of all, hit the like, subscribe to our channel, follow Albert as well. He's got a great channel, Albert JTV. If there is anybody in the chats who's Arteta in, I will give them an express route to the show right now to come in and defend him.
So express.
Just
let us even do these things.
Come on. I'll put him in front of, because there's quite a few people in the queue waiting to come on and speak.
And if I see a comment I don't like,
in front of everybody, right, to come on and speak. Anyway.
Hey guys, huge fan.
Hi man.
Thank you, brother.
But honestly speaking, not Arteta in at all, man. I don't see what's the plan here. I mean, 3 days back we were like, Kolasinac is going out. He's going to Fenerbahce, but as soon as they say that they won't pay a fee, he's playing against Man City at Etihad. I don't know what's wrong with Arteta, man. I don't see the hunger with the players going forward. You bring in Lacazette just to hold the play, but you don't have the players to do that. You're trying to build from the back, and then you're not even pressing them. Man City was pressing us like a bloody 3rd division team. I mean, I could see Tierney. He was so frustrated. Yeah, he was frustrated.
You're saying pressing. Does it really matter if they press us, right? When we give away goals, just the way we do. Like, there's no need to press us. You put the ball in the box, it's a goal.
No. I want us. I want us to press City. Show some ruthlessness, man. You've brought in Odegaard. You've brought in Smith Rowe, but I still don't know what the plan is. And the biggest question that I see in the comments, Antonio Conte. My question is, would Conte want to join Arsenal? No. That's my biggest question.
Well, I think they should offer him whatever they can to get him on, because Arsenal Football Club need an Antonio Conte. But listen, man, Thanks for coming on to give us your views, man. Really appreciate the support.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, guys. Cheers.
Because we've got
keep coming.
No.
Yeah, we want
Thank you so much.
Take care, man.
Bless. Right, next. AK Islington.
Abidjan, how are you? Aslan.
Is your mute?
Yo, what's going on, people? How's everyone feeling today?
Abidjan.
Yeah, what's good, Shaheen? What's good, Lev?
How you doing,
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can
man.
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hear us? Just another day here, man.
Yeah, bless, bro. Bless, bro.
What's happening, man? Tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, bro. Look, listen. I don't want to talk about the game. I don't care about that result.
dude.
Yeah, that was an absolute shambolic performance. But what I do want to say is, right, to every fake positive Arsenal fan that has been wearing their rose-tinted glasses, that has been dipped in honey, yeah, and that honey trickling down your cheek into your mouths, and that you've been talking all this sweet shit for years and years and years, and especially this summer, yeah. This is what you deserve.
Aslan,
All
you're going
you
about
man,
strong on this, man.
Bro,
all you people. No, all you people, not you, bros, or not you, Albert.
I know.
In general, I'm talking about these fake positive fans who have this moral high ground, yeah, who talk about morals and ethics, yeah. We as a fan base have the responsibility to uphold our values and our standards, and we have failed to do so. Yeah. Now, whether you're Arteta in, out, in the middle, shake it all about, whatever it is, yeah, we as a fan base, we do have to take responsibility. Now, I'm not going to give out a percentage, or I'm not going to come up with numbers. We are responsible for this as well, as an entire fan base. Yeah. Because for far too long, this is 17 years in the making, and this is the 18th season, yeah, another season that we're going to sacrifice, yeah, for this, what we're seeing right now, yeah.
Now, what you're saying, I agree with. I mean, I did say to someone earlier on, the fans don't deserve it. We as fans don't deserve this, but I understand what you're saying in the sense we've sat back and we've let it happen, arguing over stupid Twitter accounts and YouTube accounts and who's right and who's wrong. And whilst we're bickering like idiots, it's divided, Wenger in, Wenger out, Arteta in, Arteta out, the guys at the top are getting away with it. That's what you're saying, right?
Bro, yeah, exactly, bro. Look, we all know the buck stops with the ownership. They set the direction and the ambition, yeah? They lack that wholeheartedly, yeah? Yes, they've invested with this self-sustaining model, but look at the people that they have put in the positions that run our club. Yes. Look, I've been Arteta out since last season when we got battered 3-0 against Aston Villa, yeah? And when we got knocked out against Villarreal in that semi-final, yeah, that was curtains for Arteta, yeah? There's no going back. But the people that they've hired in that weasel, that Vinay Venkatesham, yeah, Edu Gaspar, and obviously Arteta, yeah, these men are not footballing men. These men are not experienced. They are incompetent, yeah? They don't know how to use this money correctly. Look, I understand people have been saying we've spent 130 million. The correct figure is 140 million. Yes, there's a 10 mil difference, but you have to include them. You have to include them. They're in the contracts, and in the near future, we're going to be paying them off. So we've spent 140 mil. Can anyone tell me, hand on heart, that with the 5 players that we've brought in, that we are any better than last season, the season before that, and 15 years previous to that?
Bro, let me stop you there, yeah, because we do have to get everyone else in. But everything you're saying, we agree with here, yeah. We've talked about this on numerous occasions, and we do believe that we need to address the issues at the very top. You're 100% right. You could keep changing the puppet at the bottom, but unless we change what's happening at the top, this is down to them. These are the people that they've hired. They're all inexperienced. They're all, even right down to the management, inexperienced, right? It's crazy that we're giving people a Lamborghini that maybe have got their license, not even a provisional license. So I appreciate everything you're saying. We've got to keep it moving. Aslan, man.
Aslan, thanks for coming on, bro.
Love,
big up everyone, man. Big up, bros.
Keep coming, bro. Keep coming. Oi, that badge is where it's at. We are the Arsenal, and right now we're unrecognizable. That's why we call us the Walmart Nuggets. Next, Shaheen.
Right, we've got Ahmed now.
Ahmed, you carry on, bro. Tell us what you want to do, and Shaheen and Albert can comment on this one, man.
Yo, so I'm a Liverpool fan, right? But I watched the entire game. And my thoughts on this is that obviously Arteta out. Although I'm not an Arsenal fan, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would 100% say Arteta out. And I think 95% of Arsenal fans can agree with me. My thoughts on the game is that I think Arsenal, they were absolutely atrocious. Like, I didn't see any hunger, fight from the players. None of them really looked like they wanted to win the game, if I'm being honest. Now, that might be bold, but I think the entire game, Man City just dominated. And I think a lot of people can agree with me on that. But I don't know,
bro.
If
How old are you?
13.
Wow.
Well, listen,
Wow.
you have very good knowledge for a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Knows more than
young
some
man.
fans.
Thank
Some
you
of
for
our
coming
fans.
on and sharing that with us.
We've got 13-year-olds speaking sense to us, man. We're going crazy.
Lev,
Pick up
you know,
Ahmed. Go
Lev,
on,
you know
go
what
on.
it is? It's a great point. I was listening to a podcast. I think it was is the Athletic
Arsenal Lounge.
Well, I listen to that all the time anyway. But no, there was it was I think it was Ornstein and Adam Crafton, and he summed it up perfectly, touching on what Ahmed said. Is that he said, "I'm not even an Arsenal fan, and they make me angry." Even fans of other football clubs who don't just banter Arsenal, just generally watch a game of football and say, you know what, I can see why they get so annoyed. I'm angry as an observer, and I've got no affiliation to Arsenal. That tells you everything you need to know about Arsenal Football Club right now.
Do you know what, Albert? You hit the nail on the head there. Sorry, Shaheen. You can, bro, say whatever you want to say, bro.
I just want to thank Ahmed for coming on and giving his opinion to us.
All right, man. You keep coming,
Good luck
Ahmed.
to you and your team, brother. Look after yourself, okay?
All right, thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Ahmed.
You too,
But
bye-bye.
you know what? You hit the nail on the head. Do you know what's becoming really embarrassing now? Where we used to get the banter, now we get pity. Because even our rival fans want us back because they're losing that rivalry because we're no longer rivals. Adnan Ali, go on, brother. Thank you for joining.
Guys.
Hit us.
Yeah, what a horrible display that was.
0.0 goals. Let's carry on.
-9 goal difference.
I mean, before the game started, if you ask me, I didn't think we'd win anyway. But you know, you still expect your club to at least put up some kind of fight, and that was awful, mate. That was just. I can't even describe how bad that was. It was just really bad. I think there was one passage in play when I think the possession was 97-3. I mean, how you can't justify. I mean, what kind of manager allows their team to do that? It's just poor all around.
Who are we anymore, Adnan?
We've got no identity. The identity is gone. When Wenger was here, right? I wasn't his biggest fan either, but at least we had some sort of identity.
And they maintained the history and the ethos, right?
That's right. And right now, we don't even have an identity. I don't understand the type of football or the brand of football that we're trying to play. Are we trying to play wing football? Are we trying to play it in the middle? It just doesn't make sense. And if we are trying to play wing football, we don't have that kind of those kind of players that are used to play that kind of brand. And yeah, it's really bad at the moment. I mean, if you look at Unai Emery, did he have a worse performance than this? I don't think he did.
That's a good point, guys. I'll put that to you two. I mean, Shaheen, Albert, did Emery have such a bad performances today?
Yes and no. Towards end of his time at Arsenal, there were performances. There were times I remember, like Wolves 2-2 at home, where he was making substitutions that was weird. He was making lineups that was weird, and he couldn't survive that. And that's exactly what Mikel Arteta is doing. Well, Mikel Arteta has been doing that longer than Unai Emery, but he's still at the job. So that's the only
Unai Emery got us to a 5th finish, and he got us to a final, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And Unai Emery, he had a CV, he had a name. You know, he won things. That he had things to show for. Mikel Arteta, at best, was an average footballer, and at best is an average manager so far. Right? He's got no credit with me. He's got no loyalties from me. He was not an Arsenal legend. He's already used the credit in a bank that he's got for the FA Cup. You know, he's what's the expression? He's a dead man walking.
Yeah.
And if he carries on this, you know, listen, for me, he should have gone end of last season. That was me. So he's on borrowed time now.
Do you know the worst thing is I don't see him getting sacked anytime soon. There's hardly any indication.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with you on
Right,
that.
Adnan's annoyed me now. Adnan, bro, no, you're right. Do you know what? There is a concern around everywhere that he's not going to get sacked. Albert, do you want to comment on it? Adnan, thank you, brother. Thank you for joining us. Do you want to drop? Do you want to drop a comment on what?
Yeah, just a quick one. I mean, as much as Emery had his faults, and he did. I mean, this in my lifetime watching Arsenal. I was around when we finished 12th in the Premier League in 94-95, and that was a horrible season. And even that season, we made a final, but we lost because of Zaragoza. But I've not seen it as bad as this. Under Arteta's stewardship, we are breaking records in completely the wrong reason. I got to a point today where sometimes I'll listen to interviews after the game, but today I didn't want to hear what you had to say. I don't want to hear.
Albert, I agree with you, and it's the manner that we're doing it as well.
Yeah.
Whereas it's so obvious to everybody, but it keeps happening, and it's like, sometimes I think Arteta is just trolling us fans. He knows we're gonna get pissed off about something, and he does it. It's that obvious that if I can see it, you can see it, Lev can see it. A lot of people in the comments, a lot of people in the chat, a lot of football pundits, a lot of different podcasts, they all can see it.
Charlie Nicholas saw it yesterday.
Yeah,
he was telling us.
Yeah, but the people who's supposed to see it, they either don't see it or they pretend that they're not seeing it. Anyway, man, we got someone new.
Ryan Williams. Ryan's got his own channel. He's slowly growing. He's nearly, last I checked, it was 150, 100, 200, something like that. Ryan, how you doing, brother? Let us know your thoughts, man. And where's your camera, man?
What's that?
Where's your camera, man? Come on, bro.
I'm moving like Arteta. I'm trying to hide.
RJ, my guy, man.
What's going
Yes,
on?
RJ. Hit
I'm
us.
trying to hide, man. Embarrassed. But we knew this was gonna happen. Let's be honest here. We knew this was gonna happen. But I'm sorry. Like the previous guy said, I've been Arteta out since Villa. Albert, you know me. I've said this from that Villa tweet. That should have been it. He should have been gone. But the defense, I mean, Kolasinac, Holding, Chambers, what do we expect? I mean, these guys got no fight. But I will say this about the fans, because someone made a point about it, and I kind of agreed with it. When we heard about the protest from Chelsea?
Yep.
I said this. I even made a video about it. I said fans need to stay consistent. There's no consistency with the fan base. They say Arteta out. There was more consistency with Wenger getting out, right? Emery. But when it's Arteta,
that took about 10 years, though.
Behind people's back.
RJ, that took about 10 years, though, bro.
It might have been, but when I start seeing people marching outside the stadium, it was getting really toxic. I've never seen it so toxic in my life. But we know Arsenal right now are in a bad state, and for them to hire inexperienced people when this job needed to be sorted out even 5 years before Wenger got ushered out. This is my issue. Like, there's no accountability in this club from top to bottom. So I don't know why fans are still holding out on Arteta. I don't know what they're waiting for. Relegation?
Guys, I'll let you comment. Shaheen, Albert.
No, man. You know what it is? I've had this conversation with RJ so many times. Like, I think with people, for example, social media and Twitter, it's almost they want to bring up that tweet from 8, 9, 10 months ago. Oh yeah, I told you he's going to be a top coach. But I'm like, but why are you so convinced? I said we've had some amazing number twos in McLaren, Brian Kidd, Paul Clement, who were fantastic number twos at the club they was at. They went on to be number ones, but it didn't work out. I'm not saying Arteta's not going to have a good coaching career, but RJ's touched on it. Why are people so dead cert behind this guy? I could even understand. Sorry, Sheen. I could even understand, right, if Bergkamp was in charge or Henry was in charge, even if it was blind loyalty.
Some credit in the bank.
Yeah, but Arteta doesn't have any of that. So what is it?
It's good. He's good in front of the social media. He's good in front of the screens. Maybe. Sorry, Shaheen.
No. Can I just ask? There's a guy in a studio in a background studio. His name is Norman. Norman, are you an Arteta in? If you are, put your hand up.
Okay,
I'm gonna
RJ,
on,
RJ,
right?
we're gonna have to let you go, bro.
Yeah, bro,
Keep up with
RJ,
your channel,
thank you
man,
very
and
much
thank
for
you for
coming
coming
on,
on,
man.
brother. You keep
No
coming, bro.
problem.
Love,
Okay,
respect.
man.
Come on in, Norman. Hit us.
Hey guys, thank you for having me on. Great show.
We
Great
spoke
show.
last time as well, Norman.
Yeah,
didn't we?
he
We
was here
did. I
last.
was a bit nervous to express myself, but
No,
yeah,
it's
I'm an
good,
Arteta
man. It's
man.
good. You see, we
Bro,
give you a chance, man.
it don't
Tell
matter
us,
what your
tell us
opinion
what
is.
is it that again?
Appreciate it.
What is it that was not his fault today?
Well, I would like to start with I think our squad seriously lacks quality and experience. I think what Arteta did so far, I think he got rid of some of the, let's call it bad apples, the players who didn't get me anywhere. And I think he's trying to build long term. What I see is that, guys, I understand. Listen, I am disappointed. I actually live overseas and I woke up 6 a.m. on the Saturday to watch that shit.
Sorry to hear that,
Trust me, I am pissed off too. But we are all biased in football, so I want to give you a scenario, okay? Let's say Arsenal needs to build a brick wall in order to be successful, okay? The Cronkies go out, bring a Spanish bricklayer in, and say, we don't know nothing about building a brick wall. It's going to be your job. We just give you the money to do it. 18 months later, we all watch that brick wall and it's like fucking 10% ready. And we are all looking behind the curtains and see there was never money given to build anything in. Then whose fault is it? Is it the bricklayer's fault, who never had the money to buy bricks? Or whoever he's working with who was supposed to order the bricks, Edu? Or is it the owner's fault who never actually funded the project?
Norman,
can I answer?
go on,
Norman,
Shaheen.
on
You
this?
can go first, mate.
Right, Norman, you know the first point that you raised that we've got an inexperienced squad that is not good enough. Yes, I agree with you. Okay. Now, 2 seasons ago, after winning the FA Cup, Mikel Arteta was promoted to being a manager, not a head coach. And he is involved in a recruitment of the team. Okay. Now, for the past 2 seasons, the recruitment has been rubbish. You know, and that's an understatement. So Mikel Arteta is part of the team that makes those decisions and brings those players in, right? So the money that we've spent this summer on transfers, for the players that 3 of them was on the bench today, okay? So Mikel Arteta is part of a team that decides that these players are the ones that we need and will bring them in. So he is one of the reasons that the squad is inexperienced and not good enough. In terms of the rest, yes, you have a point, and I agree with you. Ultimately, Cronkies are at fault. But I used this example a couple of weeks ago on a show. It's like I go by an Iranian restaurant, right? And I hire Lev as a manager. Lev don't
Why
know
me
nothing
again,
about
man?
Iranian food. Okay? And you know, first of all, it's my fault, okay, that I've employed somebody who doesn't know much about the product or the food that I'm selling. 2, right, is that Lev is not doing the job that he's supposed to be doing. Now, in this case, Edu, Vinay, and Arteta, right, they're not doing the job that they're supposed to be doing. They're not addressing the problems. We have lost quite a few players that we spent 30, 40 million pounds on, and they all walked away for free. Okay. Now, not all of this is Edu's fault. Not all of this is Arteta's fault, but some of them has happened under their watch. So,
Shaheen, listen, Arsenal fans don't want to hear it, but this is true. We're going to need another 3 or 4 transfer windows where we spend 100 million to challenge with these teams. And you know why? Because the cities, the Uniteds, the Chelseas, that's what they do. They spend 100 mil each year. They will keep bringing in the best players from Italy to Portugal, from Germany,
I agree that
and we cannot compete with them.
I agree. These big boys, they spend 100 million, but they spend it rightly. They buy the right players.
You are right, but they already have a brick wall. They already have a good squad. They are just perfecting
Hold on, can I go to this analogy with the bricklayer?
I'll just say one thing and then I'll over to you.
Yeah.
You know, Norman, when you say this, Mikel Arteta has been here long enough, right, to
to
have built a squad. So that
I don't think so, Shaheen. I think we started this rebuild very late.
Hold on. This brick wall analogy, let me say, maybe the Cronkies are at fault for picking this bricklayer, right? Because that's what you're saying, right?
No,
maybe
that's not what I'm saying.
No. Wait. But this bricklayer has said he can lay these bricks, yeah? And he's come in and they've given him a hell of a lot of money to build these bricks. And you want to ask the question, what type of bricks is he buying? Because if you look at the players that he's bringing in, they're not the right type of players, Norman, and he's got to be questioned about that. Why is he going and getting a Ben White, which I'm not saying he's a bad player, but maybe we needed someone who's more dominant in the air and a bit more rugged as a defender. Why? No, I don't agree with you. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's buying the wrong types.
That's what you were saying. You're trying to judge a guy's
Why is he
work.
playing Xhaka when he's saying he's gonna sell Xhaka? Why is he bringing him back in and offering him a new contract? Why is he playing Kolasinac when Kolasinac is almost being sold to Fenerbahce only a week ago, and now he's in the starting 11? These are his decisions. Why is he dropping the best midfielder we've had for the last few weeks, Lokonga, and putting him on the bench and starting with Xhaka and Odegaard in the middle against the team? Why has he got Holding and Chambers, who are not good enough, and got Saliba out on loan? How can you not question Arteta for these decisions?
I don't agree with everything he does. I don't agree with everything he does. What I see is that if he plays a 4, that's the problem. If he plays a 5, then that's a problem. Now, I understand Kolasinac.
He's the one buying players. Then he should go and buy the players that he needs for the formation that he needs to.
Norman, we got to keep it moving. Buy the right bricks is what I'm saying, brother. Buy the right bricks. Keep coming, bro.
Just one more thing, please.
Go on,
just
go
one
on,
more thing.
go on,
I think we are confusing potential with ability, talent with ability. Talent is for the future. We are buying fresh young 19, 22 player or 22 years old players who's gonna become good. Hopefully, going to be world class.
But that's him doing
in years, not tomorrow, not next week, not December.
Right.
What I hear a lot.
No,
it's going to be years of development.
Norman is right, Lev. Yes, you're right. We're buying players that are potentially going to be world class and they're going to have values in them. But the problem is, we don't need those right now. We need
Why is he not spent 30 million on Basuma?
Because we tried that. We tried. We bought the Socrates. We bought the Mustafis. They were 26, 28. Never good enough. That's what we can afford.
Listen, much respect. It's not that we're disrespecting your opinion, bro. Your opinion matters just as much as ours, but we got to keep it moving.
I just want to say, Daniel, if you watch this, we need you, man.
Yeah, let's anyone.
Yeah.
Can I just say as well? There's a few people in here. There's a few people in here who have said, is this AFTV because we've been negative?" No, we're just talking about what's.
We're just talking about what happened.
Yeah. Do you want us to be positive? Oh, whoop-de-doos, we've lost 5-0 today. Yes, come on, the Arsenal.
I already said, if there is anybody, there's about 300 people watching. If there's anybody who has any positives from today, or is Arteta in, I'll give you an express route. Right, come straight away. No queue. Come straight away and talk about what you saw.
Sri Kiran. Is that right? Is that the way I pronounced it right? Jealous of your hair, bro. Thanks for coming on. Tell us what your thoughts are, man. And you guys in the chat, if you want to come on. Let's do this.
Bro, we are very, very shaky, bro, with the ball. We are afraid of the ball.
Afraid of the ball, yeah? Is that?
Yeah. That's only thing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we have to change.
That's the main thing.
See the passes we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. See the passes we are playing.
Mm-hmm.
We can't play the pass. That's the only thing.
How much of that do you think is down to the manager, and how much of that is down to the players?
Oh,
he's gone. So Shaheen, too many tough questions for him, bro. Listen, guys, if you lot want to keep coming, there's 300 almost in here. Firstly, smash the likes and we're dropping some more links. We'll stay a little bit longer, but smash those likes and hit those subscribing buttons. Yeah, subscribe. Murtab. We could only see a ceiling, bro. Let's see your face.
Sorry. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah. He's working in his office, Free advertising going on here as well.
Sorry. I'm New York. Sorry.
That's all right, brother. Go ahead.
I mean, I just have some question. Like, why are we still with Arteta? Why is he still in the job? I just don't get it. Why is he still here? Like, what are we waiting?
Not a lot of people know the answers to.
Yeah.
What are we waiting? Like, what is it gonna take for them to be like, you know what? Oh, he's got to go. Like, what are they waiting for? I just can't believe it.
You know what?
Yeah, we're in the bottom three. Yeah.
I think I have an idea why. Right? Because if they pull the trigger on Arteta, okay, Edu and Vinay, they need to go as well. And they know that if they sack Arteta, us fans will turn around and say, "Well, right, so you've got to go now as well," because your two guys are actually you were very involved in bringing him in. So in a way, maybe they're fearing about their own job. And that's why they're keeping him. And they say, "Oh, let's give him some time. His players out and injured. They're going to come back. Hopefully it'll be better." Because for me, listen, the minute they sack Arteta, Edu needs to be sacked as well, straight away. Vinay needs to go as well.
Right.
So
Well,
that's cool. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe that's one of the reasons they haven't sacked him.
Right. But it's like now they actually have to think about like their income. Like, I mean, obviously, if it's getting worse and worse, you're not going to make enough money now because people are just they're not going to the game, they're not buying anything. I mean, even business side, it's not going to work. I just don't get it. I mean, we're finished, right? As a club, we're just like we're not even we're like done. Like I just, but like for them, like even for your business side, you have to just do something about it. Because I mean.
Well, it's a results game, isn't it? It's a results business. If you're not getting results on the pitch, eventually it's going to affect your marketing, your merchandise deals, sponsorship deals. Why are they not thinking about these things?
I mean, the thing is, we're not even as Arsenal fellow. I'm not even upset anymore. We just accept it. But like, it's like there's a point where it's like, just do something. I mean, you just can't. How long is this gonna go? Like, I mean, people just we're like, okay, so banter club, we're finished, we're done. But it's like, okay, well, so how long is it gonna go? So, okay, we're gonna go. What? We're gonna get relegated, and I just don't think it's actually gonna end where it's just like they're gonna have to think about it. So, you know what? I have to change something. Okay, so we're not gonna be competing for anything, right? But just
this is what Shaheen was saying. Where is the line anymore? Where is where is cut-off point? Where is it?
Right. You know, there's a point where you're like, you know what? Well, this can't go. But they worry about the wrong thing. We have the best skid. They worry. Like yesterday, Man U signed Ronaldo, and they advertised it about some guy. I just like, oh my god, I can't. I was like, you know what? This is so depressing. Just don't tweet about anything.
It is depressing time for everybody, man. But thanks for coming on and giving us your opinion, brother.
Thank you,
we
bro.
really appreciate your support as well. Cheers.
Enjoy work, man.
I've got somebody else as well now.
We've got a few minutes to go, so if you're going to come on, come on.
Yeah, I think maybe this guy, maybe is the last one, maybe this one, and then we'll just talk a little bit amongst ourselves.
Schulz, thank you for joining us. Where are you calling from, bro?
Hello, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hello, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Schulz. Thanks for that, Schulz. Should we call it quits?
No, let's just maybe we should do a player rating before we go off.
Yeah, in a sense,
Albert as well.
Having people on, that's what I meant. Yeah, you can keep it going.
No. I don't know, Lev. It's up to you.
Well, if anyone comes on, Schulz is trying to get back on. I don't know if you want to try. Haroon the Gooner. There's a few. Do you want to give these guys a last couple of things? Let's try Haroon the Gooner. Haroon the Gooner. Look at this guy, man. Look at his hair and his moustache. I don't know what he's doing there. He's just frozen.
Oh, there you go. It's a good shot.
Yeah, that was a good shot. So anyway, he's back. Yeah, Haroon, can you hear us, bro?
Maybe he's got poor internet, man.
Yeah.
Hello.
No,
it's looking like one of those 1980s.
Let's just bring this guy back on.
Schulz, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, much better now. Can you guys hear me?
Hit us,
yes.
Man. Yes,
we can. Go fire away.
First of all, big ups to you guys. I've been following your channel for a while. Nice one. Well done from Nigeria here. Just a quick one, right? For me, basically, we've been on this journey for a long time, and I don't think any Arsenal fan should, ideally, from where I stand, I don't think any Arsenal fan should be surprised at what is going on now. Because we've had a backlog of these activities going on up till now, and I think Arteta is just a fruit of what we've been seeing from all the past days. I mean, you can't have. I mean, there are some decisions that have been very wrong from foundation up. getting Arteta in the first place as a club that is as big as us now, that we claim to be. We claim to be a big club, quote unquote, right? And we are using a guy who hasn't had any experience as a coach to lead us into what we call a new dimension or a new journey or whatever. That it's been wrong from the first time, from the day one. If you want to build on young players, where is the foundation? Where is the foundation of experience? We need to have experienced seasoned guys. If there's even one or two at the back, we don't have any. In the middle, it's only Shaka we have. You don't tell me an Eleni is an experienced seasoned guy. No. In the front, who do we have? Only Aubameyang probably. So these teams that are built up on young players over the years and said they want to build a team of young players going to the future, fine. But where's the foundation? Who are the guys these young players are looking at as examples? You know, I really feel sorry. Just like,
yeah, you hit on a massive point for me there. A foundation we've always been taught. Your back four, or your defense has to be solid first, Your spine has to be right down the middle, has to be strong. Your centre forward, your centre midfielder, your centre back, your goalkeeper has to be your spine. We are spineless right now. That's what it is. Albert Shaheen, you want anything else you want to say?
No, he's got a point, Albert.
No, I agree with what you're saying in terms of sort of the foundations and the spine of the team.
Thank you, Schulz, by the way, man. We're getting some background noise, so I'm going to let you go, bro. Thank you for supporting. Go on, Albert. Carry on, bro.
No, we don't have a. I thought we had a spine of the team when we sort of not this going back to the season before last. I think in terms of obviously people have their thoughts about Bern Leno. I'm not his biggest fan personally. So you got Leno, you got brought in Gabriel, Thomas Partey's come in, Aubameyang. You sort of got your spine of the team, but the individual components of our side, you know, there are things you can work with, and sort of touching on sort of people's thoughts coming into this season. I've said to a lot of people, and we've probably heard it during the stream as well, in terms of you know, the buzzword positivity and, you know, stop being negative. And I'm like, I've said to Arsenal fans, look, tell me why, me as an Arsenal fan, what have I got to look forward to this season? I'm still waiting for the answer 3 weeks later. Because we don't want to come on podcasts and live streams and be negative for the sake of being negative, but the team and the club have to give the fans something, and they've not given us anything to be positive about.
Albert, can I ask you a question, bro?
I do have breaking news, though.
Go on.
He's been
sacked. You guys ready?
Go on, he's been sacked.
Charlie Nicholas is now officially Arteta out. He's tweeted it. So
boy, we'll have to
welcome to the club, Charlie.
We'll have to get him back on. Albert, I've got a question for you, bro. Out of everything I've just heard, it's a very interesting question, actually. What's your strongest spine with our current squad? If I said to you, forget the back four for a minute, you know, we were talking about the spine, centre back, centre mid, centre forward. What's our strongest spine with what we have available to us?
I think I've probably kind of said it, Levs, to be honest. Even with I look at the squad now, with the strikers, for example, I said it sort of coming into this season. I don't want to go into this season with both Aubameyang and Lacazette at the club. We need to get a point. We need to get to a point now, or we should have been at a point as a club where we start being ruthless. Because Aubameyang has got credit in the bank in terms of his goals return. Yes, last season was an horrendous season. But Lacazette, for the money we paid for him, and he's a decent striker, but for his goals return, to me it's not been a good buy, and he needs to be moved on.
I disagree.
Go on. Why is that?
Good. I like that. Disagree, Shaheen.
Listen, I think Lacazette, when we signed him, right? We signed him to be a finisher, to be a goal scorer, a 6-yard by an Ian Wright type player, right? Lacazette offers us something that Aubameyang doesn't. You know, he mixes things up front. He offers you that physicality up front. Aubameyang don't do that, right? Now, where I disagree with you, Albert, is that we've never played in a way, right, that would suit Lacazette. You know, he always has to drop back, right, receive the ball, and then try to go back in and get the ball. When he was playing in Lyon, he was always the furthest man up front. The ball was getting into, and he was always in and around the 6-yard box. Boom, finish. One touch, finish. He was getting a lot of penalties as well, I must say. You know,
you're saying they're using him wrong.
the way we play now, it would have been ideal for
Giroud.
That's that type of striker. Yes, because there's no.
But you see, Albert, you see what amazes me, right? Is that who is it playing? Again, Brentford, right?
Yeah.
We had Balogun playing up front, and how many times were we crossing the ball in for him and Martinelli? This is the problem with Mikel Arteta, right? You're not going to get a header from Brentford. 3 at the back they played, 3 tall, strong defenders. You got Martinelli in between them, and we keep crossing the ball. When we had Olivier Giroud, right? We had Ozil, and we were playing through balls, and he was not. So, every time we've got a striker, we're playing the other way around. Now, if we had Ozil type player now, right, and then we could have played those through balls for maybe Lacazette or Aubameyang, maybe we'll get a little bit more out of them. This is why I was saying earlier, if we get an Antonio Conte type manager, right, that the team will straight away will look better. He would use players differently. He would use maybe players to their strength, something Mikel Arteta is not doing.
See, my problem is this, Albert, right? We were talking about the spine, but we're just stuck on the striker situation because this is it. I mean, we could go through the whole team and have this sort of conversation. If we were to get rid of Lacazette, right, for example, or Aubameyang, in our current state, what sort of striker are we going to get with any note? Listen, in this current state now, if Aubameyang or Lacazette weren't in our team and they were available, we'd be looking to sign them, right? So if we got rid of one of these two who are renowned, they're well-known strikers. Let's be honest, Aubameyang is not some shoddy striker. This guy is a goal machine. He's only recently has not been scoring. We're not been using him correctly. We're putting him out on the left. We're asking him to track back with a right back or a left back. What the hell is that all about? We play him in centre mid, he's centre forward. He scored a couple of goals, albeit it was against West Brom. I'm not going to disrespect him too much, but he is a player that plays down the middle, off the shoulder of a defender. He looks for the run and he looks to be slipped in. We haven't been doing that enough, right? So if we get rid of one of these two, who are we going to bring in of any note that's going to be of comparison to them? Are we going to? People talk about DCL from Everton. Is he going to come to us in our current state?
We're not going to get Dominic Calvert-Lewin,
right?
But
so then who?
I hear what you're saying. That's what I pose a question. I would say people might argue, well, we've had those two spearheading and we've come 8th twice in 2 seasons. I think Lacazette's best goals return under 3 different managers is 19 in all competitions. He's just not. He's a good striker, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think he's gonna he would necessarily get the 20, 25 plus goals a season, which he hasn't got at Arsenal, by the way. To get us further up the table. So that's why I said it would have to be one or the other, but they wouldn't get rid of Aubameyang. Not with these.
You know what, Albert, you say that, but it's interesting because Tammy Abraham wasn't good enough for Arsenal, so he went to Roma, right? And another thing is we went to get Odegaard for creativity. I know we lost a player today and we're down to 10 man, but Odegaard he didn't have a good game either. I know you're going to talk about Richard, Lev, right?
We'll talk about Richard. You talk about Abraham. We didn't want him. Apparently, we did want him, but we were waiting for money to come in to be able to go for him, and he got fed up of waiting. Richard from over and over and over.
Hi, Richard, man.
Yeah,
how are you?
How you doing, bro? Man,
just one thing, Richard. Before you start. Richard does good watch-alongs for Arsenal ladies team, right? And I think he's the only person that does watch-along for Arsenal women as well. So if anybody's interested in the ladies team, go to over and over and over.
All over again. That's over and over and over again.
Fire away, Richard.
Yeah, no, thanks for that. Yeah, I do cover the Arsenal women as well. It's certainly more fun watching them lately than it has been watching the men's team. That's for sure.
Thanks,
I mean, in terms of the, you're talking about the players. To be honest, I don't care who we buy, who we sell. While we've got this manager, we're a dead team, honestly. We've got to get rid of him. He's not the right man for this club. The team selection today was just ridiculous. I mean, he's got Pablo Mari. He's not had the greatest start to the season, but you can't tell me he's not a better bet than Kolasinac to play. He could have played Tierney as the left-sided centre-back where he plays for Scotland, and you could have had Nuno as the left wing-back. It was just baffling. We went to that game. Basically, it looked like we'd set up not to lose 8-0. And in the end, he succeeded because we only lost 5-0. So brilliant for Arteta. Well done. Your plan worked to perfection.
At the beginning of the show, this is what I said. I said he used Pablo Mari in two games before where he was not really suited to those type of games. Now, he was suited for today because you know Man City will be crossing the ball and you want to play 3 at the back, and you dropped him and you played Kolasinac. Now, another thing that I said earlier is, this is a real question for me, right? Is Saliba really worse than Sead Kolasinac?
Mavropanos. What about Mavropanos as well? He's gone out on loan. He looks all right, didn't he?
Both are better than Holding. Both are better than Holding and Chambers, I'd argue.
To be honest, that Chambers and Holding, the centre backs, are championship level defenders at best. You know, and you could see today a cross into the box, and they let a 5'8" guy get a header in between them. It happened twice.
Madness.
Twice in that game, and it's not the first time because it happened against Man City last season.
You
Didn't
know,
it? You know?
I was watching a game, and I was thinking about this question. If Ben White was playing, would things have been any different, or it would have been the same outcome?
Well, it would have been the same outcome. Would we have shipped 5 goals? I don't know. Maybe not as many. It's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, Ben White didn't look great against Brentford, let's be honest. And you know, he got bullied against them. Yes, Man City are a different type of team. They don't play that way, but there's very quick passing, crosses into the box early, and I don't think we're set up to deal with that. We wasn't set up to deal with it today. I don't think Ben White would have made an awful lot of difference, if I'm honest.
I don't know what we were set up to deal with, Richard, because anything, if they scored headers, they scored tapping, they took a shot from outside of the 18, so they scored all of these goals. So it's the argument to say, what was we prepared for? Nothing.
No, do you know what? Going back very quickly to my original question to Albert as well, our strongest spine, right? I will say this, I will say this arguably as well. So, you could go Leno or Ramsdale. Doesn't really matter to me, to be honest with you. I think they're pretty good goalies, but we'll go Leno because he's not really done anything that bad at the moment. Leno, Saliba, right? Who's out on loan at the moment. Then Lokonga. This is based on who we have available. Then Lokonga, then Aubameyang. That's our that's our strongest spine we have. That is what I'm talking about. Even that's not strong enough.
No.
Yeah, it's very. Listen, everybody that has come on today, even the show that we did with Charlie Nicholas yesterday, even the previous week with Mo and Lee Judges, there is not one person can turn around and say, "I can see what this guy is doing. I can see those signings." We spent more than everybody in this transfer window, right? And remember, Man United got Cristiano Ronaldo. Big names have come to English Premier League. We spent more than them, and we're worse than last season. We go to play Man City with Kolasinac, Holding, and Chambers at our 3 centre backs. And
we've got Saliba and Mavropanos out on loan. Work that out.
It's mad. It's someone touched on it earlier in the live stream. I've all mentioned it before, and it's a good point. And when you ask people the question, they do really, really have to think about it. And I said, so since Arteta's been here, who's really improved under his reign in terms of the Arsenal players? Seriously, man. Like, people keep talking about the defensive structure. And I say to people, look, okay, if you look at it from a stat point of view, yes, 3rd best defensive record in the league. But if you analyze it, there's still major teething problems in the defensive areas of the team. Even with everybody fit, let's be brutally honest. Arteta does not know his best 11. Period. Hence the reason why you never ever get a settled centre-back pairing since he's been here.
No, mate. It's crazy. I mean, we're approaching an hour and a half. Does anyone want to say anything before we do wrap it up? Final
there's
thoughts.
nobody waiting to come on. So
final thoughts.
Maybe we
guys
should do a
in
quick
the chat.
player rating before we go. Left.
Go ahead. Player ratings. I'll start.
That'll be quick.
0.
We got somebody in the comments who said something interesting. Mr. Haydar.
No, Mr. Homo.
Come on, Mo. You coming on? You coming on,
win
Mo?
both. Even Cronky's got a... Yeah, he's right. He's right. For me, it's the game against Tottenham, Mo. And we discussed this on our shows earlier. If he does something against Tottenham, right, for me, it's done. Then we've got to. If he don't win Tottenham,
I think that's too long to wait. I don't think the Tottenham. I don't care now if we beat Tottenham, makes no difference. He's proved he's not the right man for the job. He can't. His tactics are awful. His team selections are awful. He doesn't know what he's doing. He can't change things in a game to make a difference. It's not just this season, 3 games. This is 18 months worth of it. It's not just now. He's got worse and worse and worse. And I agree. Which players has he improved since he's been there? Aubameyang's gone backwards. He was scoring 30 goals a season before before Arteta rolled up. He can't even, yes, he got 3 against a championship reserve team the other night. Brilliant. But we're a team that can't play under pressure. When there's pressure on us, we fall to pieces. And we're falling to pieces even quicker now than we used to before. Against West Brom, we were put under pressure for 10 minutes. We were rocking. We luckily got a goal, and then the pressure eased and we started to play football. And unfortunately, we can't go 1-0 up every game or 2-0 up and then relax and pressure, which is basically every single game in the Premier League. We're under pressure. I mean, we just fall apart. We fall apart.
What I said about the Tottenham thing, right? I think for me, that's the point that the fans will proper turn on him now. If they haven't done by now.
Yeah, but we could win that game. If we win that game, we could plaster over the cracks, no?
But we've got 2 games now against teams that technically are in the relegation zone with us, right? If we don't win both of those 2 games, he shouldn't even get to the Tottenham game. If we don't get 6 points from the next 2 games, then if he's not gone already, he's got to go after Burnley if we haven't won both them games. Because that's not acceptable for Arsenal. We could be bottom of the league after what, five games into the season if we don't win those 2 games. If we don't pick up wins, and that'll be before we even play Tottenham. And then what will probably happen is we'll probably lose all them games, then we'll beat Tottenham, and everyone's like, "Oh, we beat Tottenham." I don't care. If we can't beat Norwich at home and Burnley away, it doesn't matter if we beat them. We've got to be able to win those sort of games. We used to always beat Norwich at home every single season. Burnley away, guaranteed 6 points they were. Now I don't know if we're going to even score against either of those 2 teams.
Rich is usually really calm.
Even Mo is agreeing with you now, Richard.
Yeah, Rich is usually one of the calm ones, and he is pissed today. Go ahead.
Liv, you know what it is. It's why I don't know. You guys might agree or not, but what I knew what would happen. They go, "Oh, it's only pre-season, so we have the pre-season games." I'm thinking, okay. We start the Premier League season. Oh, it's only September. It's only August. And the thing is, I said, you know what? I'm not going to judge it on what I see in pre-season, but obviously you have to kind of keep an eye on it and see how the team are playing. And what I saw in pre-season personally, it was almost like a rerun of last season. A lot of possession, get out to the left-hand side of the pitch. Tierney goes down the wing, gets the ball in the box, nobody's there. But I always said it, I would judge it on the first couple of months of the season. I personally thought our points return out of 18 points would be 10. We've got nothing so far. -9 goal difference, no goals scored. And I think I'll touch on what Shaheem was saying. I hear what you're saying in terms of even if we beat Tottenham, that you're right, that shouldn't paper over anything. But it will get to that point where it's going to be the end of September. I don't think we're going to have many points before that, because if we can't beat Norwich and Burnley, there's problems anyway. If you can't beat them 2 teams, you know what? If you're a religious person, go and pray, because we're going to need. So
I agree.
It's we can't keep shifting the goalposts. It's only the first few months of the season. The season started. We're in the here and now. It's not pre-season anymore.
And we're never ready when the season starts.
Right,
every season we're never ready.
I see Mo was in the chat, and there's a lot of people showing him love and everything. If you guys want to hear Mo's thoughts about this game, join us Monday at 8 o'clock. We're going to have Mo and Tom from Guna Talk, so we're going to go through this. But Lev, you want to do it whilst we've got Richard and Albert on to do a maybe team player rating or something?
I told you, my player rating's 0. So if you don't want to waste time and go through the player ratings, Richard, player ratings?
No, I think I thought Leno had a decent enough game. He made some good saves, didn't he? You know, he could have done better on 1 or 2 of the goals, maybe, but he kept the score down. So I would say Leno probably would be the pricker of the players today, and he only maybe gets a 5 or a 6. The rest of them, 1s and 2s and 3s and 0s for Kolasinac and Holding and Chambers. 3 of them get 0. Cedric as well. He got absolutely ripped apart every single time Man City came forward. He'd probably get a 0 or a 1. Aubameyang didn't touch the ball, 0. Erdegaard didn't touch the ball, 0. Not his fault. The way the team was set up. Who else was there? Xhaka for getting sent off, probably -4. Stupid challenge he didn't need to make.
Minuses now. We're going into minuses now.
He was frustrated. Xhaka was frustrated because he basically had the whole midfield on his own. He had no help, and he was getting overrun. He got frustrated.
Yeah. We knew that was going to happen, Richard. Though.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why he made that challenge, because he was frustrated, and unfortunately, he's got to deal with that better. He can't be doing that, letting the team down. But we were 2-0 down already. We'd already conceded ridiculous goals. That wasn't why we lost. But yeah, he doesn't deserve any points for that at all. Saka didn't get a kick either, did he? So you got to give him 0, maybe 1, because at least he was the one who almost scored, the only chance that we had in the game. And that's it, really. I mean, it was, apart from Leno, the rest of them need to hold their heads in shame, need to take a long, hard look at themselves over the next 2 weeks until we play again. And Arteta, if he's got anything about him, if he loves Arsenal, if he cares about the club, he's got to resign, and he's got to resign tonight. And that's it.
Yeah, well, I agree. Don't hold back, unfortunately, the modern day manager doesn't really resign because they want to get that final payday as well. Because if they get sacked, the club
but if he claims to love Arsenal, he's a former player. You know what I mean? If he loves the club, he will walk away, because all he's doing is dragging us further and further down. And you know, even if we come back from the break and we do beat Norwich and Burnley, let's face it, that should be a given. You know, with this team of players that we've got, it should be a given we beat Norwich and Burnley. So even if we do win them 2 games, that makes no difference. That doesn't change anything. And if we put in a performance against Tottenham, that doesn't really change anything, because, again, that should be the minimum requirement to play for Arsenal, is that you're up for it against Tottenham. You know what I mean? So the next 3 games, you know, people are saying I'll give him more time, but no, he's had 18 months. He's getting worse. The performances are getting worse. His team selections are getting worse. His tactical naivety is getting worse. He's not learning from his mistakes. And there's nothing to suggest that if we give him another 6 months, give him till Christmas, that he's going to turn it around, because nothing suggests that he's going to do that. You could blame the players missing Ben White, Gabriel, yes, Partey, yes. But it doesn't matter. None of them, you know, okay, Ben White's a new player, but Gabriel wasn't great at the end of last season. Partey's always injured. You know, you've got players like Tierney, who we kind of putting our faith in. He's being Arteta now. You know, he was all over the place today defensively, and not just today, last week as well. So, and against Brentford, actually. So he's had 3 poor games, and he's supposed to be one of our best players. And that's not down to the player. They're good players, some of these. And, you know, it's down to the setup of the team. It's down to the manager, and it's down to the fact that the players, I don't think, believe in what he's wanting them to do. He's got a system he wants to play. He changed it today, God knows why, because you don't change a system at 3 days' notice to play Man City away, do you? That's something you've got to work on
That's
for weeks.
interesting, Richard. You say that because that's the point Albert raised earlier. And Albert, remember you said you wonder how much time they had in training to practice this new.
Yeah, because we played the normal system, didn't we, on Wednesday against West Brom? The normal, you know, 4-2-3-1 or whatever system you want to call it. And then suddenly today, in what they would have only worked on it Friday, because you know they played on Wednesday night, and then they expect it to work with the players that he picked. I mean, that's crazy when you're playing Man City away. Surely, yes, I don't believe that the system that he's been playing is right, but you don't change it when you're playing Man City away 2 days before. You have to work on that for 2 or 3 weeks, you know, and then see if then you've got some players fit who might. I mean, I think Ben White works better in a back 3, so maybe save that system for when he plays, when he's fit to play again. You know, work on it.
Maybe when Gabriel comes back as well.
Exactly. I mean, we've got Tierney who can play in a back 3 because he does it for Scotland. So we've got the players who can maybe play that system. Today we didn't, and he played it anyway. You know, he packed the midfield, and yet the midfield got completely overrun. And they only had 2 in midfield really, and we had 4 or 5, and we still got overrun in there. I mean, what's going on? What is going on? I just don't understand it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people who don't understand what's going on, Richard, unfortunately. And listen, we've been going about for about an hour and a half, and it's been great, obviously, having a lot of fans on to talk about the game, and you guys as well. We're going to obviously end the show, but can you guys just stay on? We just want to speak to you.
I'm still here, by the way, but my camera's died because we've been going on for so long. So we're calling this quits now, are we? Is that?
We'll be going about for an hour and a half. Now,
Thank you guys for coming on. Sorry you can't.
I just want to ask everybody, because if you're watching this video again, in the comments, please give us your player rating. So just write your player rating in the comments for us, and obviously we'll go through them all the time. Lev's camera has played up a little bit, so we've been going on for a bit as well. I just want to thank everybody who's come on and give us their opinion. Albert, who stayed with us for long. Richard is the first time he's come on the show as well. It was nice having you on, and thank you for everybody else. Lev?
Yeah.
You want to say
Sorry you
anything
can't see me. It's probably a good thing you can't see me now because I'm devastated. Let's just hope Arteta does a Craig David, starts walking away. And in the famous words of Mariah Carey, if you're into your R&B, let's hope a hero comes along with the strength to carry on. So that is it for us. We are the Arsenal Lounge. Let's hope it gets better. Thank you, Loungers, for joining us. Peace out. We're out of here. Oh, sorry about that, boys. My camera's